Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Dogs, which is the 57th LaunchPool project on Binance LaunchPool. It was just announced today and it has a staking farming period from the 23rd of August until the 26th when it will be listed for trade. Let's dive in and take a look at what this launch involves. So the 57th LaunchPool project on Binance is going to be Dogs, which is a meme coin on the TON network. So it's focused on Telegram use and engagement. Dogs itself, it appears to be some kind of bot which is used on Telegram, and it rewards things such as user engagement with different Telegram groups, the length of time that people have actually had an active Telegram account, referrals to the Dogs bot, whether or not you have a premium Telegram account basically, and interaction generally with the TON network, which is the Telegram network, which Binance also has a new LaunchPool project which is running concurrently with this. So, I mean, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of meme coins. This one does seem to have a huge supply, 550 billion tokens, no less, of which 4% will be released via this LaunchPool project on Binance. Now, I believe that Bybit is also having a similar airdrop, and they're going to launch the token, and it will be on the same day at the same time, which is the 26th of August. So this project is going to start its staking period from the 23rd of August at midnight. And that is UTC, as you can see here, and there will be 3 days of staking. And after that, the tokens will be distributed and you'll be able to trade them at noon UTC on the 26th. In terms of the price prediction, it's an unlisted token. It's very difficult to say. I found some information online which indicates that it's trading for around between a tenth and 2/10 of a cent. So it really doesn't have very high value as an individual token, but obviously if you get airdrop like a few 100,000 of them, it could be worth something to you. In terms of how I feel about this Dogs launch on the Binance LaunchPool, I have to say I don't feel fantastic. There have been a number of LaunchPool projects on Binance which I thought were barely viable, altcoins. I generally don't have a tremendously high opinion of the altcoins universe, and I think that there are just far too many of them, all chasing very, very similar goals in many cases, and most of them are on a trajectory to zero. There are projects on Binance LaunchPool which I think were better or potentially more viable. For example, ETHFi. I quite like that one. I think that's offering something new with Ethereum restaking. But once you get into the realm of meme coins, really, I think you have to seriously consider what's going on. I have questions even about why Binance is listing this. Bybit are as well. I guess it's a fashion, it's something which is hot in the market at the moment and they want to attract interest. I can understand that. But, they have somewhat of a reputation to protect for, how good the LaunchPool projects are. If you want people to invest in this stuff, then you can't list nonsense which is just going to go straight to zero. And, when you look at the historical performance of many Binance LaunchPool projects, it hasn't been great. Most of them are down by considerable percentages from their launch price, in the ballpark figure of 70 to 8% generally. There are a few outliers that have done all right, but most of them have been completely disastrous. As for Dogs, what will I do with it? Get rid of it. I will get rid of it as quickly as possible. I will be sitting there with my finger on the sell button waiting for noon on the 26th so that I can get the best possible price, because that's a strategy which has served me very well for all of the Binance Launchpool projects, save maybe one or two, and I intend to stick with it, especially for a meme coin that has 550 billion tokens. 94% approximately of those tokens will be circulating at launch, and the Binance Launchpool alone accounts for 4% of total supply. To me, that's a recipe for complete disaster. I may be proven wrong. The Ton network on Telegram might just set the world on fire. Alternatively, Dogs, the bot that they've got, it might continue to take off. But for me, it seems like something which is a passing phase, and it's better sold and forgotten rather than held and regretted. Dogs is actually a unique project on Binance Launchpool, at least in my memory, and I've participated in all of the Launchpool projects over the last couple of years. And I say that simply because it's running concurrently with another Launchpool project, and that is the Ton coin itself. It has a 20-day farming period and it's still going on. It won't end until early September. Whereas the Dogs coin project itself only has a 3-day farming period from the 23rd to 26th. So it's within the Launchpool project of the Ton coin. Now, it's interesting to see how that's going to impact the distribution of Ton coin and Dogs. What Binance have said about this is that if the scenario emerges where there are two Launchpool projects running concurrently, then whatever stake there is will apply equally to each of them. It will be divided. So the consequence of that might be that people might receive less Ton coin and more Dogs coin. However, on balance, I think it won't really affect the distribution of Ton coin, and here's why. Ton coin itself has a set amount of tokens that are going to be distributed via the Binance Launchpool, and they're going to be distributed according to the number of tokens that are staked. The amount of BNB and FDUSD, which is currently positioned in BNB Vault, or it's in Simple Earn, or it's listed on an external DeFi protocol such as Lista, or it's staked directly with the project. Now, of these four methods for actually getting a Binance Launchpool project payout, only the direct staking may have a role to play in causing differentiation between how much Ton and how much Dogs token are received. Because if you're talking about the amount in Simple Earn or in BNB Vault or even staked in DeFi through Lista, then that's going to be divided by 2 for the 3-day period of the Dogs Launchpool farming, and then it's just going to be put back 100% into the Ton Launchpool. Now, the result of that would be you probably earn less Ton during the 3-day period of the Dogs Launchpool farming. To be honest, I don't think it's going to have an extremely dramatic effect on the amount of Ton that people get. Obviously, having two projects that you're getting at once is probably advantageous from an overall reward point of view. It remains to be seen. And this really will be a test case to see how that works, because we've never seen it before. The Dogs farming period is very, very short, whereas the Ton farming period is 20 days. So I think the impact will be negligible. The only area of impact I really see is for those people who have staked directly for Ton. Because if you've staked directly for Ton, not through Simple Earn, not through BNB Vault, not through DeFi, but you've actually gone to the webpage in Binance and you've staked directly FDUSD in the project, or you've staked directly BNB in the project, I think those people may well see more Ton rewards per hour during the 3 days of the Dogs farming period, because the amount of BNB that's staked, which is the majority of the payouts for the farming, is 80% BNB and 20% FDUSD anyway. So the BNB, which is staked in Simple Earn, for example, is going to be divided by 2, and for those 3 days, half of it's going to be allocated to Dogs. The result of that will be that the only people who are not going to be allocated to Dogs would be the people who stake directly in the Ton airdrop farming. and those people might see increased rewards over the 3-day period. It'll be interesting to see. However, as things are standing at the moment, the turn airdrop is not immensely rewarding in the scheme of airdrops. It will be, if it remains at the current price, one of the worst ones in terms of how much you can sell it for at the end of the day. Therefore, I'm not overly worried about it. There may be a small loss associated with this dogs project taking some farming earnings away from Ton. Whether or not the dogs project itself, through selling that, can make up for this remains to be seen. My feeling is that it probably will, but again, these are untested waters, so we'll have to see. Alright, that'll about wrap it up for this video. I hope that people found the information that I had to share interesting, and I'll see you again soon in the next one.